It's Wednesday, November 30th, 2016. From the Total Soccer Show, Dirty Tackle, and Howler Magazine, this is The Goalmouth. I'm George Qureshi. We begin with an update on the airplane crash in which almost all of Chapecoense's players were killed late on Monday night. It was originally reported that there were 81 people on the plane, but that number was later revised to 77. Of those, only 6 survived. 3 were members of the team, 2 were members of the crew, and 1 was a journalist, the only surviving journalist out of 21 who were on the flight. Atlético Nacional, the Colombian club that Chapecoense was supposed to meet in the final of the Copa Sudamericana, have asked CONMEBOL to declare Chapecoense the winners. Several Brazilian clubs have offered to loan their players to the team free of charge, and Palmeiras, who have already wrapped up the league title, have said that they would like to wear Chapecoense's jersey in their last match of the season. Over on whatahowler.com, we have published 2 essays from issue 6 about previous air crashes that have devastated soccer teams, AC Torino in 1949 and Alianza Lima in 1987, both of them excerpts from Luke Dempsey's book Club Soccer 101. And when I read those again today, I found myself wondering why this tragedy, out of all the tragedies that we hear about every day, was so affecting. And what I decided was what I wrote in the editor's note at the top of Luke's pieces. An event like this is tragic for many reasons that reach far beyond the game of soccer, but it is particularly sobering to think about the youthfulness and vitality of those young men, how they represent a universal human urge to play, and now the very short time allotted each of us to express it. And apart from that story, I have to be honest, not a lot happened yesterday. There is the developing story about sexual abuse that now involves several English clubs, but that really deserves a bit more of your time, and I suggest you go and read The Guardian's excellent coverage. Andy Carroll is back for West Ham. Gareth Southgate is expected to have the word interim removed from his title later today. This evening, Toronto plays Montreal in the second leg of the Eastern Conference Final. I went over to Sports Illustrated to check out their headlines, and I learned that what Nadia Comaneci looks like now is incredible, and Michaela Moroni is unrecognizable from when she won gold. Cool, thanks. The Guardian did have a story about Corinne Diacre, the woman who coaches Clermont Foot in Ligue 2. Is that how you say it? I took Spanish. It's a great story that shows how successful she has been as the first female coach of a men's club in a major league, and I do provide a link in today's email, but it's not the newsiest item, you know? So then I randomly searched Turkish soccer because something crazy is always happening in Turkey. And sure enough, just like in France and Germany, a Leicester wannabe is 2 points clear at the top of the Turkish league table. Istanbul Basaksehir was founded in 1990, in a new part of the city. And the hook of the story is that until recently, they were only playing in front of about 100 people at their home games. In fact, according to the BBC, quote, almost all of their supporters are students who follow the club not out of passion, but out of protest. Well, that's got to make you feel good because they're fed up with the politics and violence of Istanbul's other clubs. But listen, guys, I didn't give up. I wasn't going to let you down. I wasn't going to let a slow news day stop me from delivering the goods. So I placed my cursor in the search field and I typed the name of the one website that I knew would deliver a dynamite story even when every other website had failed me. That's right. I navigated over to www.dailymirror.co.uk, and let me tell you, the Mirror did not disappoint. Nowhere else did I see this headline. Paul Pogba asks, who's lucky now after being kissed by Julia Roberts as he shares picture on Instagram? It's pretty simple. Julia Roberts and her family went to see United versus West Ham, and then she took some selfies with the players. That's pretty much the whole story. Then I did something really bad. I started reading the comments, and I'm giving the Goalmouth Award for Best Comment on a Daily Mail story to Darius LFC _1998 from Calcutta, India, who wrote, in response to the who's lucky now question, I'd say Juve are lucky. I'd like to remind everyone to go and fulfill Daryl's birthday wish. Leave us a review and a rating in iTunes. Please don't forget, because if you do, Daryl will get sad, and you won't believe what Daryl Grove looks like when he gets sad. And for the record, yes, I did watch a good hour in composite of the Gilmore Girls specials. I was forced to, sort of. And no, I don't really have an opinion about that last line, other than to say I thought it was quite pregnant with meaning. My name is George Qureshi. Taylor Rockwell will be with you tomorrow morning. You can sign up for the Goalmouth email using the link in the show notes, and I leave you with today's Goalmouth top tip, the limits of human empathy as revealed by the comment section of the Daily Mail. You really shouldn't be the world's most expensive player, suffer through a mediocre season, and hang out with Julia Roberts. Pick 2.